Debbie Mack here, and I'm going to talk today about how I, as an American, first discovered Doctor Who. It wasn't through BBC America. In fact, it was years before BBC America or any, really widespread popularity in the U.S. of Doctor Who. It was back in the 90s, and Maryland Public Television had it on. They had the old shows. And I didn't find out about this until I joined a writers group with a woman who ended up becoming a very big children's writer in England, actually, ironically enough. And she told me, if you like this story, you should watch Doctor Who. And I was like, okay, whatever. And so I tuned in, and I was just hooked from the beginning. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm wearing my TARDIS shirt today in honor of Doctor Who. This is one of my TARDIS shirts, actually. I have a Doctor shirt and a TARDIS shirt and another TARDIS shirt and a TARDIS hat and several TARDISes around my office. I'll have to show that to you sometime. Anyway, I digress. So I watched my first Doctor Who, and it was so good. I just had to keep watching. And my first Doctor was Tom Baker, and I love Tom Baker. He still remains my favorite to this day. As much as I love some of the others, Tom Baker will always be my favorite Doctor. And I loved his scarf, I loved his hat, I loved his attitude, I loved his jelly babies, all of it. And to me, the Doctor was always this avuncular figure, like a kindly uncle or an older cousin who was playful and fun to be with, even if he got into dangerous situations. He had a sense of humor and a sense of wonder about him. And that's what I always loved about Doctor Who. And the cheesy special effects of the time were just icing on the cake. I mean, for me, that was fun, And things have changed a lot with that show. But I'll get into that another time. But that is how I got introduced to Doctor Who. And I'll talk about what it felt like when Tom Baker turned into Peter Davison later. It was a shock, I have to tell you, along with other shocks that I had when I watched Doctor Who. But I still love Doctor Who, and I always will, no matter what they do with the show, I think, because the premise is just so awesome. And that's really about it. If I can think of anything else to add, no, I can't. I love it, and I love the TARDIS, and I just feel so lucky to have been able to get in on those early shows before the reboot started up. So anyway, thanks for listening, and more to come.